Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ready here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to talk about Rotos, the Lost Groom. I finally fused him today, and I gotta say, he's amazing. So, he's an undead legendary attack champion. On his A1, he attacks one enemy and has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Also has a 30% chance of granting an extra turn. On his A2, he attacks one enemy, decreases the target's max hit points by 20%, and then adds that hit points to this champion's own max hit points. Cannot decrease the single champion's max hit points by more than 60% in one battle, and cannot increase this champion's max hit points by more than 60,000. Does not decrease bosses' max hit points. This champion's max hit points will be increased by 15,000 when the skill is used against bosses. So this is a really cool ability. So he has really, really low health, but this definitely makes up for it. And Fated Destruction. He attacks one enemy. It will ignore 75% of the target's defense. Will also ignore unkillable and block damage buffs. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. Enemy skill by this skill cannot be revived. This is an amazing skill. Counters Stormman, counters Skullcrown, and it makes him absolutely amazing in PvP. And for his passive, we have Spurn Oblivion. It will decrease damage from a single enemy hit, so the incoming damage will not exceed 50% of this champion's max hit points from that hit. It can occur once per enemy attack, and grants an extra turn if this damage reduction occurs. Decreases the damage taken from bosses by 15%, and decreases the damage taken from bosses by 30% if Sify the Lost Bride is on the same team. So this doesn't work against bosses, but this is actually absolutely amazing. Once again, especially for PvP, because it pretty much allows him to not get one-shotted. So let's go ahead and look at my build for him. I built him with all-out damage and relentless gear, going for speed, crit rate, and crit damage, and attack percentage wherever I could get it. Attack percentage body, speed boots, crit damage gloves, and then attack, crit damage, and attack on his accessories. Take a look at his total stats. 21,000 health, so low health, but that's not really that bad because of his A2, and then 5,100 attack, 204 speed. We went a little bit over on the crit rate, but seeing as we don't have artifact assortment, it was difficult to. It's not difficult to min max, but it just takes forever. So this is kind of the best that I could come up with. And he's fully booked. It's definitely nice to get the cooldown on both of these abilities and the extra damage. And for his masteries, we went ahead with offense and defense. Defense for the counterattack here. And I went with extra crit damage, extra damage on the A1, and just the regular crit rate and crit damage here at the top. Alright, so let's go ahead and run some arena. Try to climb to platinum. Be going back and forth all day between it. Let's see here. Okay. Go. One shot at Tormund. Force is not necessarily the easiest to one shot. We could have went with the A1 there with Tormund, but it doesn't really matter. This isn't going to be the most difficult of fights. Now the Tormund's not there, we can boost. Alright. So yeah, he definitely is very good against Tormund because he will block the revive, so Tormund doesn't get his... he doesn't get the revive from his passive. And there we go. Right. Resisted. I have like 500 accuracy on, or 450 accuracy on Molly. So yeah, he pretty much one-shots everyone. We're going to do a little bit of climbing here. And then we can show some platinum. Alright, so we climbed up into platinum. Let's do a couple of arena matches in here. This one doesn't have a Torment, which is pretty rare at the moment. Alright, get rid of Trunda. Get rid of Warlord. Get rid of Array. And now it's just him. So we'll do that. And we'll do this. So the Relentless obviously works really well with him because he gets extra turns naturally. So it just stacks with it. What do we have here? Okay, so they were faster here, but that's not going to matter. Kind of want to get rid of him. The block debuffs I'm not a fan of. Almost got rid of Arbiter. Let's get rid of Venus. And let's now get rid of Arbiter. And that should be it. Can put it on auto after this. So yeah, he hits really hard, and the ignore defense is really good. All right, let's try this team. All of these teams up here are really high power, which means they have a good amount of resistance. All right, let's try to one-shot Torment. Oof, it's a little high health Torment. Wow. This team is strong. So now we're going to provoke with Torment here. All right. Okay. And all these extra turns here help a lot. Alright, let's see how Rotos does up here. He should be just fine. Alright. So yeah, the way I deal with Torment normally is Arbiter will go first, and against their fastest person, I'm going to use my A1 because I have Evil Eye, so that's going to decrease their turn meter. And then that Molly is also really fast, so she'll go second. And because of the first person their turn meter was reduced, Molly will get a turn, and she'll provoke everyone. That pretty much makes the whole team worthless here because they can only use their A1, and that allows you to go in, and even if you didn't have Rotos, that would kind of be my strategy. But now that I do have Rotos, I can go ahead and one-shot Tormund, or at least try to. These teams are all really tanky up here. Alright. Now Tormund's done. And we can go ahead and finish the rest of the team off. And finally boost. If there's no Tormund and I get to attack up, he literally will one-shot pretty much anything. With 5k attack and whatever I have, 255 crit damage on him. Alright. That's that. And weak hit, that's normal. Alright, finish him. Nice. Yeah, if he was void and he couldn't weak hit, that would be something. He would probably be overpowered. Look at this team. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tormund, Rotos. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Now let's see if Rotos can one-shot Tormund. Or I'll just stand here frozen. That's also fine. No problem. Alright, let's go ahead and try to kill him. Oh, so close. Perfect. And that's why we got that counter rune in the defense tree. And we can finish Tormund there. We can fight this double Rotos team here as well. Perfect. Alright, and let's finish up the last Rotos. We couldn't do more than half health there, so that's why we didn't one-shot him. But honestly, this team wasn't as scary as you can't just run Rotos, so, right? So it does require a team around it. Alright, and let's fight this Raglan team here last. So yeah, like I said there, this is how I deal with Tormund teams. A1, Molly provoke, and now we're gonna go for the Rotos one shot. There we go. Now that he's gone and he's block revived, it makes this fight a whole lot easier because they're gonna try to revive him, not gonna be able to, and we can boost because Tormund is not there anymore. Okay, take care of Arbiter, take care of Raglan, and we can leave Rotos here for last. Ouch. We didn't need to revive Rotos here because this fight is over. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, he is very, very good in PvP. Especially with some, if I had Duchess, this would be wonderful because it would be nicer to have Duchess go first, put up block debuffs, and then I could boost with Arbiter, and the whole fight would go a lot smoother. I would probably run Duchess instead of Molly. But since I don't have Duchess, this is kind of what I run, and I really don't have any problems in Platinum. I don't really stay up here too much because I just want to auto-farm Arena and farm my tokens, but now that I have Rotos, PvP is a little bit more exciting than it was a couple of days ago, so I'll probably stick around in Platinum for a couple of days and see what I can do. Alright, so we're also going to run him in Ice Golem. He's very useful for this dungeon because of the block revive on the minions that he can put up. It's honestly the most difficult part about this dungeon is at the end. You have to deal with the ads getting revived, and then if you push the boss too hard, he will do the slam down attack with the ad still up and ignore 100% of your defense. So that's usually where people wipe. Rotos can kind of prevent that. Depending on how the turns work out, but he usually does kill both of the ads with the block revive skill. And there he goes. Cleans up the waves. And now we're hoping for a decreased defense and weaken from Draco. Perfect. And now he should be able to one-shot the ads once he uses his A3. And you see that 276k damage. And the block revive. Alright, I think he's going to use it soon again. Yep, right here. Boop. And there we go. Perfect. So yeah, it makes it trivial. He definitely makes the fight trivial here. I really like using him. He's an awesome champion, and he's kind of made the game a little bit more fun for me than it was a couple of days ago. Alright, we can show him in Dragon as well. He's not particularly useful or needed for Dragon, but he's just really cool, and he does a lot of damage. So if you have some sort of a cool setup with defense down weaken, even if Terrell is just defense down, you can run him in Dragon and gear him in Relentless and hope to see extra turns because it is just really fun to watch. That is when he procs the Relentless. But yeah, like I said, he's not particularly useful or needed in Dragon 20. Come on, I'm hoping for some extra turns here. I want to see him blow everything up. There we go. That was all right. He can do better than that. He can do better than that. Come on. But he does hit really damn hard. Okay. And there we go. He did 1.2 mil damage there. And Zavia did 1.6. So, really close. Really close. Let's go ahead and take a look at his artifacts one more time. Wearing a Relentless set, full damage, crit rate, attack percentage, crit damage, attack, crit damage, and attack accessories. His skills are fully booked, And his masteries, we went with offense and defense, ending here with flawless execution and going for retribution for the counterattack. So yeah, I think that does it for today. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.